over his face. What's his name? That was in.
I don't know.
Chuno. I can't think of his name.
Down in the valley where the girls get naked. Sorry.
Okay.
Valley.
Okay. No, I know.
For that. The parents right there. Wow.
Hey, hello, y'all.
Hey guys.
We're a few minutes behind our regular scheduled program, but y'all already know we be having technical difficulties because your local grandparents be having technical difficulties.
We don't remember our passwords.
Yeah, so
I have to create a new one.
And then the double verify just ruins my life.
Yeah,
I'm like, I gotta remember a different password to get to this password. I'm stressed.
It's a process, you know. This is a process every fucking week.
No, really,
fucking year.
No, dead ass, y'all. So we're like,
who's gonna log in?
We really appreciate y'all for bearing with us. The people that have been here through all the ups and downs, surprises, lefts and the rights, because we be here sometimes experiencing it right here with y'all. Live. So
and y'all don't
literally
know, we be over here like what?
We be really mind blown, y'all. So welcome. If y'all don't know, 15 minutes.
Ew.
I'm Jay Green.
I'm G.
And it's your boy Jay.
Hey. So we're in our second part two of Leo season. Gang, because we in here celebrating Mr. Dr. Perry J over there.
Bing bing bing.
Yes.
Happy birthday to you.
Hey,
I was gonna go through the whole song.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Right. Yeah, you already know we had to represent again because last episode, if y'all didn't see, we had LaRon, our engineer, on our episode. He kicked in the door for Leo season and he came in hard with it too. Ooh. I ain't even going. So if y'all didn't see that episode, make sure y'all check that out. Our engineer LaRon, he's the dude behind the magic that here. He's the ones that puts the grandparents where we need to be, because if it wasn't for him, we'd be really in here struggling sometimes, y'all.
Yeah.
So
shout out to Dion, the director. He's in the back now, holding it down in LaRon's absence.
Yes. Right.
So shout out to him
here making his big move. So I can't even be mad at it. Yep. Right. We might get him from behind the screen too. So just wait on it, y'all. But we're happy to have you guys here again. If y'all new, welcome. We are happy to see you again. The returning people.
And if it's your last time here, peace out, bitches. I don't care. We don't care. Love you still.
You'll be back though.
You will.
They always come back.
I have to. I mean, you can't go.
But if they don't, just know that we don't care. Just saying. I can't be like, yay, and then not be like, bye, haters.
We got silent viewers.
It's
we
cool.
Got people that watch.
I'll still take your view.
I don't care.
It's
I
fine.
like y'all too.
Right. I'd watch me too. But yeah.
You see, they got the Leo energy for me today. I don't have to say a fucking word. I'm just sitting here chilling. You know what I mean?
He over here with the crispy lineup on the
it's making me seasick.
87th degree angle longitude, right? With the dips on.
Shout out to my barber.
Hello.
Shout out to your barber.
He's one of those silent watchers, the ones that
Shout out to your barber. Let the people know who holds you down, so he can get
cuts. Man, he's in Hawthorne, man. Boom. Check him out on Instagram. CP.cuts with a K 310.
Boom.
Oh, nice.
Shout out to him.
Tell him yours truly sent it to you, or
JP,
sent you to him.
Dr. Perry J.
Boom.
From You Got 15 Minutes.
That part.
And shout out to Jam and Jay.
Hey, always Jam and Jay. All right, this is our glam squad here. And You Got 15 Minutes.
And shout out to Token Locks for keeping my shit nice and tight, because I'm new with her, but she keeping me together, because this should be looking rough.
That part.
And now we got it together.
Hey, y'all.
So shout out to all the people out there still making their money after the pandemic.
That part.
I know y'all was hurt.
Because I know I was still trying to look cute through the pandemic. Fuck you talking about. No nail salon. For you. I'm on my way right now. Shout out to Jam and Jay again.
Right.
She keeps me right all the way around. See you soon, boo.
I mean, bro came through in the pandemic, man. Sometimes I had that little rug and that carpet. You know how you got that old ass carpet at granny house and that shit that burn your feet if you fall or something. Burn. My hair started feeling like that. I'm like, bro, yo, don't trip. I'm doing house calls.
Yes. Hey, see that's
Lord. What?
And nowadays it's hard to get a good haircut. Like I've heard a lot of dudes complain about the price of a haircut now.
That's because we ain't never used to it though.
Yeah.
And simply put, is like the psychology behind it is the why, but we got to start looking at the service. I mean, when you look at the service and what was going on when I was younger, it was just a simple hit the whole thing, line up, see you later, everything. Some of us got beards and shit. We have to maintain our own beard maintenance, but for those who don't do it, the barber takes the luxury to giving you a hair wash to go along with that cut, along with the lineup, to hit you with the razor, then do all the other little shit sometimes to get that line so you can appear that you got a fresh lineup.
Ooh, right.
Show your barber some love, man, so they can make you look good.
Hey.
We got a caller. We got a caller. Wait till everybody gets their headphones on. Hey, caller.
Caller, talk to us.
Hey, what up, man? I was just calling in to wish my boy JP a happy birthday and all that.
Hey. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
Thank you. Who do we have on the line?
This is Joseph.
Hey, my boy. Hey, Leo Energy, man. Happy belated to you too, champ. You know what time it is.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Big Leo. Right? Happy belated.
Yeah. Happy belated, Joseph.
Right? It is Big Leo Energy in here. I'm feeling crowded out. Right?
Hey. Let's go, man. Appreciate that phone call, champ.
No problem, man.
Most definitely. Stay tuned in, man, and tell everybody else to lock in, tune in.
All right, for sure.
Thanks for calling in, Joseph. Take care.
Thanks for calling.
All right.
Hey, birthday shout outs going.
Right. Let's go.
We ain't even 10 minutes in. We got birthday calls going.
Booming. Right. See, the Leos has been.
Phone call.
So what? Already started.
Though. You know,
it started.
It, man.
One. I ain't mad at it though. You know, the people love JP.
The people love JP. Shout out to you, Bunt Cake.
Hey, Bunt Cake baby, where you at?
Bunt Cake baby.
815-4204. If anybody wants to call in, y'all free to call in too. Don't ever be shy. You know, and you're not gonna get straight on the line too. And if it's busy, that means someone else is on the line.
Call back
in a second. Call back. It's like an old school house phone. So I know people are not used to hearing a busy signal no more.
No, it's not like it is a landline.
No facts. Well, but people don't know what it's like to have a house phone no more.
Yeah, it is a landline.
Some of us came up
right with no call waiting, y'all.
No,
right?
Because I didn't have call waiting for a long time.
I forgot that.
I just had to show my daddy how to use call waiting.
No, why did I?
When the phone beeps, click this button.
Why did I try to use star 69? But I really needed to use star 67. And the girl that I was standing near at work was like, "No, you need to use star 67." She was on the work phone, and I was like, "Are you sure?" And she was like, "Yes, you need to use star 67." And I was like, "Oh, thanks."
Was it star 69 is blocking, isn't it? And 67 is unblocking.
Star 67 is blocking your number.
Yes.
Star 69 is who called you last.
Right.
It calls back the number.
Oh,
that
you right.
Yeah.
So I did star 69, and she was like, "No, you need to do star 67."
Right.
Which means block the number.
I forgot.
So my stupid ass was like star 69, and it started ringing, and I was like, wait, oh. And I hung up, and she was like, "No, you're supposed to use it."
Hey, that was my fave when I was a young petty child. Like, who just called here playing on the phone?
Star 69 came in clutch.
Oh,
but I'm saying now I'm like off of
oh, you just called me?
Oh,
when
you?
House
okay.
phone,
right.
When the house phone was live, that mattered.
Star 69.
Now it's like,
did you have your own phone line though? Were you one of those? No.
Take your guess.
No,
she knows.
Did you have your own? Did you have your own phone line?
I got one, but then it was snatched.
He had the trap house booming.
Yeah, it was snatched.
Dr. Perry J had a line.
I didn't have my own line, but I had a phone in my room. But it was like, but then it got taken away. Yeah. They just, it was the most ghettoest little 99-cent store, like clap fake cordless phone. So it had to sit up like this. The hang up was at the bottom, and the cord came out the back. So it wasn't really cordless, but that was the only cord in it. Yeah. So it had to sit like this. And when I would get in trouble, my dad would just come in and go, "Take the cord out, leave my little phone and walk out." So mine as well got snatched. Mine got snatched. Yes.
I came home from school one day. Was like, man, you know where the phone at? Yeah, the phone was gone. Yeah, man, we cut the line. Y'all cut the line off too.
Nobody got the other line.
I was waiting all day to call her.
Now what you gonna do? You gotta go over to your friend's house so you can call her from his phone at his house.
Grandma, can you use the phone?
And hope his mama ain't on the phone. Or
No,
right
and remember
there.
when you used to call from people's houses or people's phones and be like, I'm calling from such and such house. Don't call this number back. But if you do, just let it ring one time and then hang up. And then I'm gonna call you back.
It was a strategy, right?
Or it would be like, don't
hang
call.
Up,
no.
Do it again.
My shit was, okay, you gonna call me at 10:27 on the dot. So at 10:26, I would call the time number that told you, good afternoon. The time is 3:27 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Bing! And then it would just keep repeating the time. So I would sit there at 2:26, like, just sit there for a minute, and then I hear beep beep. So I call waiting. So I just click over. So the phone never rang.
The phone doesn't ring.
ring.
Come on, man. That's the game.
Thank you.
That was the game.
Yes.
You never had that game.
Never got caught. Yeah, you was missing
out.
Never got caught on the phone after 10.
We didn't have call waiting.
Oh. No, see, we didn't have.
It was like, why is the phone busy? It went from
strategy
dial-up internet
on the phone till 4 a.m.
dial-up internet with the phone being busy and everybody being
like 7 people.
It was like because 4 kids hit the internet.
Call on three-way. It's 6 kids on the phone till 2 in the morning.
Then once we got older, it moved to boys. It was like, okay, we're on the phone, the internet, and we on the internet with boys, and we on the phone. So now the phone is really locked up. So the phone was just always locked up. But then my mom would be like, hey, I ain't trying to talk to y'all anyway.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in your house too. That's
exactly.
It was lit. 4 of y'all and then your parents, so that's a lot. But it was just me and my cousin that was 10 years older than me who had his own phone. So he wasn't really tripping. And he had his own phone line for the internet. So he never locked up the end. Because once my grandma realized, oh, that shit's fucking up the phone. Nah, she was like, you get your own shit just for the internet. And that was back in the day when it wasn't like how it is now. It was just like, get another phone line. So he had his internet phone line over there and the phone would still ring and it was all good. So I was lit. I'd be in the kitchen and then my grandma got the super extendo like 100-foot phone cord.
Yeah,
so I could
we had long.
Yeah, so I could take the phone all the way in my room.
We had the heavy ass plastic throwback phones.
Now the catch-22 was when they had them cordless phones and it was multiple in the crib. So you have to be real strategic. So I had to go take the other phone, turn the background lights off, so you don't see that shit light up
the room. Sound off, all that shit. Turn the ringers off on all the other phones.
And this how you fuck up and get caught. I was calling in the morning. You wasn't answering your phone. How's my ringer off? I have no idea. Dang. I didn't even know that happened to these phones.
You could turn the ringers off?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Like, you could do that? Oh my God. You could turn it down?
That's possible.
Be like, I don't know. I probably did on accident. I was trying to turn it down. They was talking loud.
I miss that kind of stuff. I miss the simple shit like that.
Those were the
now
days,
these motherfuckers are like, why isn't my phone charging? That's all they care about.
No, dead. No. You don't want to see nobody with a dead phone.
You don't want to see somebody lose their shit.
Yeah. Y'all should have seen the episode that I didn't have my phone. I was like, Granny doesn't have her notes. I felt like a lost child, y'all.
You're a lost child.
I felt like a lost
child.
Speaking of notes, today they're on a piece of paper.
There we go.
This is one of them realty notepads that they send you.
Shut up. No promo.
Yeah, I'm not.
She ripped that shit off the book of them and just
everything. The ones that leave on your porch.
Yeah.
Mr. Diaz Perez.
Speaking of notes, what you got in your notes? Because Granny didn't really get a lot of notes this week.
Well, so
yeah, as she fixes her sunglasses in the middle of the
well, if you must know,
right?
In my notes, okay. So, first and foremost, one fuckery of the goddamn past week or so. Apparently, your boy Kels got his fiance pregnant.
Who?
Well, okay. So Robert Kelly, aka R. Kelly. AKA the Black Zorro, AKA whatever else you want to call him, Mr. Step in the Name of Love.
Mr. Chocolate.
I was listening to him earlier today, and I'm not gonna lie, I was bumping. I've been kicking it with your girlfriend.
Stop it.
I've been bumping
my
it.
Shit.
I've been bumping it tough.
I was about to break out, but I ain't even finna give y'all that.
I've been kicking it with your girlfriend? Oh no.
One.
I was gonna go CP3 reloaded. Sorry.
Look, see.
Okay.
Anyway. Kels gets the ladies turned up.
How did he get her pregnant?
Look,
he had conjugal visits.
So
that was my.
Who knows? But that's the whole thing too. So apparently they've gotten engaged, right? And then it comes out that she wrote in her little. She has like some 11-page memoir or something that she done wrote.
Like a book?
It's like
or like a Twitter.
It's like my love
post.
and something for Robert or some nonsense.
It's like an actual book
like
that she's selling.
A memoir, yeah, like some little excerpt. I don't know if she's gonna post it digitally or what. I don't know, but in there she says that she's pregnant. And he done been locked up since 2019.
So that's what I was like, wait a minute, hold.
That's I'm like, how is she he got consequences?
And it's the main one, Joycelyn or whatever her name is.
Oh, it's the one that they did that was all over the
with
news
the parent,
and all the shit with the
parents. It's her too. So it's like,
and he
because she
the
was
pappy?
the one
We sure he the pappy. How he the pappy?
Did he confirm it? Well, I don't even know, Katie. I mean,
but how does that work? And then why you gonna be out here talking about
unless you give him visitation
and
rights?
He's been in jail. Why are you even telling anybody? I guess maybe it's just in the memoir. I don't know if somebody leaked that or what, or when it's supposed to.
Or
drop,
maybe or maybe in the memoir she leaked that at one point she was pregnant, and maybe the media just twisted it to make it seem like she said she's pregnant, like right now. But maybe in the memoir, whenever she wrote it, she was pregnant, and then maybe lost the baby, aborted the baby, whatever.
But they were on some like he's been in jail since 2019. Like they brought that up in the article that I was reading specifically. So I'm like thinking about it like but at the same time they could be spinning it, or she could even be spinning it like it's a recent thing, but it's not, just to like get her little buzz going. Because who knows, she might be trying to drop a damn album or some nonsense like in a month or two, and we don't even know, you know. So you never know these days. But
it's giving bro.
I feel like she was giving the Joycelyn Brown Club and company a bad look, on top of how you finna have a baby with Kels and he locked up.
I don't get it. I need somebody to explain that shit to me.
And you still out here after he done drug you through.
Or I mean, maybe you think he jacked off in a cup and melted to her or some shit?
It has to stay cold. How did it get to her?
Damn.
And they check the mail. They can't just be nutting in cups and sending it through the mail. They can't just boop in this motherfucker right here and send it home.
Make sense to me. Like,
here, send that to my girl.
I gave him a special visitation or something. I don't know.
Hey, they be doing all kind of stuff though.
I don't know. I feel like maybe in the memoir she was speaking from when she was pregnant and it got twisted, because how he the pappy? And he been in jail since the panorama started.
Before the panorama, he kicked it off. He probably asked
if anybody can answer this great mystery question, because I'm curious.
Mr. Kelly,
call in. Somebody
Yes.
call in. Just tap in.
Somebody tell us.
Because we need to know.
If you have more information and you can further go into detail about how she got pregnant and he in jail, call us. Jocelyn, what's the number? Because I'm gonna fuck it up.
323-815-4204.
Thank you. Yeah, because I was like, I'm fucking it up already, pre-gaming in my mind to say it. And I was like, no, I'm not going to say it right. I was ready, 424, but that's my phone number. 281-330-800. Oh, we got a caller. I hope this is about Mr. Kelly because we got questions.
Hey.
Caller, tap in. How you doing?
Caller.
Are you there?
Don't be shy now.
Like, who we got on the line?
Juice.
Juice, big Juice.
Hey, Juice, how you doing? This is our You Got 15 Minutes fam.
You already know.
How this nigga made us wait, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Caller.
I'm taking a shot, man. 40-year-old man.
40-year-old man.
I'm taking 40 shots, man.
Right.
I hope you taking a shot right now, man.
My brother. Wait, we need to get you back on the show, man. When you gonna pop up in the studio, bro?
I'm gonna come. I'm gonna pop up.
I thought you was gonna be here today, to be honest.
Hey, facts.
How y'all doing? Y'all good?
We good.
We solid, bro.
Y'all gotta have him falling out the chair before the show.
Hey, now listen.
Falling out the chair.
This motherfucker just gave us ideas.
I got.
You
took a shot, man. 40-year-old man, 50-year-old man.
I'll be back,
brother. Leo season is amongst us.
Hey, you know he be sweating. We didn't want to do him like that.
You feel me? Like You see how this? You full of life, bro.
He done opened Pandora's box.
You feel me? You bring the influence.
See, but he don't know who he fucking with though. Because Juice wasn't around back in the day.
Come on now, talk to him. All right.
JP already know about us.
But Juice know though. Juice, he been around for a minute. He knows some shit though, so it's okay.
Yeah, he know because he heard it from you, but he ain't seen it.
Juice, I got $1 million question for you, man. What you think happened?
Man.
Before we get to them, talk to us about this, man. R. Kelly been in jail. He been locked up. I don't know. This is the first time in history we've ever heard some shit like this. His woman, the woman he currently with, is pregnant.
The one that he's had in captivity apparently is pregnant now. His fiance.
So how you think that happened, man? How you think that? What you think happened?
I just got hit. I hit him in jail. What you mean? What happened?
He said, "Fuck you mean? What happened?" Facts.
Everybody thinks when they go to jail.
Hey guys.
Hey, see, we got a special delivery.
Hey, that's from my man.
That. That's from Chuck.
Chuck. Shout out to Chuck.
Yeah,
man.
shout out to Chuck. Right, we finna take our shot now.
All right,
ladies
Juice.
and gentlemen, Juice made us do it. All right, man.
Hey, right.
Juice is he's an honorary.
Right, we finna get our shot on.
Ooh, I said shots. It might be kind of warm.
I know.
It was in my trunk.
Oh yeah, this shit's about to hit, man. We gonna cheers and salute, man, to everybody.
Cheers.
Happy birthday!
Happy
Woo,
birthday!
Most definitely.
Catch my own water.
Yeah, man, but I'm gonna start get back to work, man. See y'all
All right,
man.
y'all. Take care. Thank you.
It's your fault, Juice.
Oh,
Let's go,
blame it
man.
on Juice.
Right.
Ooh,
Appreciate
come
your
through
phone
next
call,
time,
champ.
Juice.
Yep.
Ugh. Ew.
Oh, that shit caught me.
Right.
That
I
shit
know.
hot.
I know if you guys watch our story on
Damn.
IG or anything, I know y'all done seen Juice on there because he's like our he's our street team, low key.
Juice is our unofficial marketing team.
Yeah, he's the president of our street team, marketing. You know, he wears many hats. He's the dude. So y'all make sure y'all tap in
Bolo
with
the hats,
him.
man. Make sure y'all tap in.
Facts. The
For
juice.
The juice
I just want
costs.
you guys to know.
Yeah,
she
the
poured a
juice.
really
I was like,
big
what?
shot.
I was like,
The juice
wait,
costs.
the juice. I was like, yeah, the juice cost _ bingo.
Motherfucker name so long though. I ain't
Nah, that's why I had to get it locked in first in my mind. Like, wait, let me before I mess this up like I do the phone numbers.
I'm over here hurt.
Yeah, that shot.
And there's still some.
That shot knocked her back. Right, she didn't even do
everybody
it.
gotta take
Look,
a sip of
everybody
water
over
and
here
shit.
drinking water.
I'm so old. Oh my goodness. I feel like that was just.
I'm gonna have to pee immediately.
Oh Lord. All
Ladies
right.
and gentlemen,
It just run right through me.
It's gonna. Jesus
It
Lord.
sounded like somebody granny for real.
No, for real. Somebody's granny.
Hey, look. Yeah, probably like one more. I'm be like, oh,
Yeah,
fall out the
Talking
chair.
about him
Right,
falling out the chair.
falling
It's
out
gonna
the
be
chair.
us.
Right.
Hmm.
Look.
bro did give me some ideas, man. Can't
What?
wait to share them later.
Oh,
I'm sure.
shit,
They'll-
Okay.
So,
Okay. I'm like, next piece of news of fuckery is my other my Gemini partner, Mr. Trump.
Oh Jesus.
How he got his goddamn house raided and he was in a damn upset over all of his properties getting raided. But apparently his janky ass removed 15 boxes of files from the White House that he utilized his administration for to facilitate that for him and get rid of all that stuff. So I don't know, and I hadn't seen this until recently, but apparently Hillary Clinton went out. Did you see how she went out with her hat and it said but her emails?
Yeah,
because Trump was talking all this shit before about flashback
emails.
to when Hillary's emails was under investigation and all the shit with her janky ass. But she took a shot at Trump and had her little hat on and it said but her emails, and Trump was upset about that too. And after his houses got searched. So
did you see the
Dang.
Russians talking about it and
no.
how the Russian anchor people were doing the news and said that Trump did all that removal of those 15 boxes of files to like keep it from us, but Russia's had access to all of it. So they were on some like, why are you trying to hide it if we already knew what it was and we saw it and we could talk about it? Why'd you try to you know? So it was like a whole thing of like, did Trump leak some shit to Russia? Is he?
I believe it.
Like, And then on top of it all, he buried Ivanka on his other property. His ex-wife.
Huh?
The mother of his children.
Like in the grave.
He married her. He buried her on his golf course or some shit. So like on one of his properties, because then once you bury a body, it becomes like a cemetery, and it's like some kind of tax-free shit.
He's janky.
He's janky as fuck.
Man, Trump.
Hey, he's a winner. I need one of his
ways
people
to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he's a finesse guy.
You feel me? That sound like
until you get caught, go to jail. Like he might. Some of that shit faces life.
Yeah,
sentence.
He did too much when he became president. Period. But
that's when
he knew what to do, and honestly, there were a lot of people that like benefited from that. Like, I thought about recently how many goddamn people he pardoned before he left his presidency, and then there were like hella, like just how like they're talking about trading Brittany Griner for like a Russian arms dealer and all this like crazy shit. It was like, it was just like that before with dealing with Trump. It's like always some sort of like twisted, like this for that. Like, why is it always some nonsense? And it's just always something that like is following him, like
because
all the time.
Because the world loved the entertainment. The world loves the entertainment before they care about like the facts and like how bad it is. They're like, but this is entertaining. Look at Twitter. Everybody says that. How Twitter's not fun anymore. Bring back Trump. Like, you know, like people are saying crazy
people
shit
like that.
Yeah.
Fuckery.
They're like, bring back Trump because Twitter isn't fun anymore.
Fuckery.
And it's just like it's entertaining to people to watch him do goofy shit and influence the world and make goofy shit happen. Like the fact that that's entertaining to people is like, it shows what the world is coming to.
That's crazy. Speaking of Twitter, so I know y'all probably heard about Elon Musk trying to buy Twitter and all that other stuff in his deal. Apparently he's trying to back out of his deal for whatever reasons, I don't know. But in the midst of that, apparently he has some sort of case trying to go, or that he's trying to get the data files of multiple Twitter employees.
What?
Yeah, he's trying to get their data, access to all their data. I don't know. I don't know if he's on some like trying to see what, like if they were trying to sabotage him from the inside. I don't know if it's between like the Twitter stuff, but apparently he's trying to get access to all of these employees' data files, which I'm like, that's crazy. And to me, it makes me think that's why he wants Twitter in the first place, is to get access to everybody's data. Because once you have access to people's data and you're the person, you're the person giving out the media outlet, like it could be a Tesla commercial on everything that you put. Everything could be sponsored through that, have something to do with it.
Because he's going to become the gatekeeper of what we do.
And I feel like whatever his reason of getting Twitter, like it's not too far behind the fact that, and he's like suing over access to these, like he's pressing the issue over getting access to people's data. And like, that's like, it's like you used to worry about somebody getting your social security number. Now it's like that's the least you have to worry about. That's like, I
don't want you to find my algorithm. I don't want you to find all the shit that I do and all my information,
all your weird stuff, searches.
I don't want you to have access.
But even then, that's your pictures of your kids, pictures of yourself, people that be taking all these nudes and shit, memes, like they literally things you buy, your bank information, everything on your phone. Pretty much everybody has access to
your entire bio.
Because whenever you accept the terms on these apps, they have access to your microphone. They can listen to you at any time. They can access your camera and watch you. They can do all of that.
You have to say no to all that shit and don't accept the cookies.
Yeah, but you can't even download apps without accepting those terms. And then they want access to all your pictures. What I thought was always weird too. Like, why is this an app for like shopping, but you need access to my photos, my contacts? Like, why do you need to be able to access all my shit in my phone just for me to buy stuff on this website? Like, it doesn't make sense. But that's because they just want to know exactly what the hell your ass is doing, so they know what ad they can send your ass. And now they be reading your damn brain, and literally you don't even have to say anything out loud. And it's like, at first you think you're crazy, like, you know, you'd be like, I was just thinking about that. You're like, did I say something? And all of a sudden,
and it just comes like,
and then it's like, now it's everything. No, you know what I realized? That it really listens. If I was listening to something and I sing a different song as that song is playing, they'll play that song next.
Yo, that shit, it happens.
I swear to God. And I was like, I started just doing it just to see, like, test it out. boom. And if it wasn't that song, it'd be like the next song after that.
I start talking about an artist. I kid you not. 1 or 2 songs guarantee you this is gonna be the next one more so. But 1 or 2 songs is playing, and I'm like, oh, y'all motherfuckers is listening. I start to shut the when Spotify's playing, I shut the fuck up. I don't want nobody talking in the car.
Your phone is still listening.
Yeah, they're still listening.
They're
listening
now.
They're listening right now. Y'all know what I do, but you know,
they're listening now while we talk shit.
But if you are
they're gonna
listening,
be like, download Spotify.
Right.
As soon as we get the car.
Facts. I'm for sure finna get a Spotify because I don't have Spotify.
Well, shit, Spotify. If y'all listening to us, man, go ahead and all them little people that's listening
give
to
us
shit,
a good
send them right on over here
love.
till you got 15 minutes. Hello.
Well, we haven't opened our Spotify yet, but we will. We'll float up.
It's coming.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's coming.
Y'all
It's
just
coming.
wait. Y'all just wait on it.
I'm like, what you got? Notes?
I know.
I'm
like, I'm ready to get into
something.
I'm ready
good.
to get into some nonsense. I'm like, what else did I have on my
Blame
notes?
it on juice, man. I'm ready. Let's go.
Blame it on juice.
Blame it on juice.
See.
Okay, well, I got 2. I
I was gonna go dig in the bag.
Okay, so I got. I saw. What was it? I think we got a caller.
Yeah.
We got another caller.
Hey.
Oops. Caller.
Caller
who we got
tap
on the
in.
line?
Hello. Caller. No.
Hey, who do we have on the line?
Say it for me one more time.
CC.
CC.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Good.
I was just calling in to wish you a happy birthday.
Thank you. Hey, appreciate that.
Birthday.
Turn up.
Hey, right, we got our shots poured over here.
I got the last of my shot.
Right, we over here wounded off of one shot.
Wow.
I'm saying, man, this shit gonna have me whooped, man. No lie.
For real.
Okay. That's better than nothing.
A little bit of something.
A little bit of something, better than nothing.
And something's always better than nothing, man. I really appreciate this phone call. Thank you for the happy birthday and tapping in with us.
You're
man.
welcome.
Most definitely.
You know, I had to call in and show love.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, we
That's
appreciate
what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go.
Right, Leo season.
Big Leo, big purr.
Right? Well, thank you for calling, Cece.
You're welcome.
Take care. Have a good night. Thank you for
you
tapping in
too.
with us.
You too.
Big purr.
Hey, right? Y'all know how it goes down. Onto the big purr.
Onto the big purr. Okay.
Onto the big purr.
So I saw. Oh, I don't know if I should go. I don't know.
Do it.
You most definitely
Go
should
left.
there.
Go
Most definitely
left. For Dr. Perry J.
So wait, did we talk about did we talk about? I think we talked about it already.
What?
About that girl that had the threesome with the guy and the guy's.
Yo.
Oh, yeah, no, we did talk about
We
that.
did talk about that.
Right?
We did.
Yo.
We talked about
We
it.
We
did.
talked about that.
But then it went
because I was obsessed with that.
I
Okay, well, we can talk about the other one. What about the guy that sucked his own dick?
Oh yeah, that was.
First of all, he was my favorite. I saw him before I saw the girl that had the threesome with the mom and the.
Yeah, well,
and
that one
and
was
her
out
boo.
first. Yeah, that one was out first.
Well, no, I saw the dude first. That's what I'm saying.
The dude was out 1st
Mhm.
That one was
And
out first.
then but then she became my second favorite because I was like, first of all, him sucking his own dick. Then he said he put his own dick in his own butt, which I don't know how that happened. He kind of explained it, but I know that I want to see it.
I don't ever
I do.
in my life.
I don't feel like
ever-
that's possible.
He said it
'Cause
was possible, and I
It
believe him.
hurts to bend it,
He said it bent back.
Right?
It bends backwards.
but doesn't that hurt?
Nah, I think it depends on what your girth and length and muscle.
I'm saying a hard
density-
dick trying to curve hurts.
I don't necessarily think it was that hard. It might have been like
How else is it gonna get in his butt?
he said he just put the tip in.
How a soggy tip can't get into a.
Ew! Ew!
Are y'all
Gumbears
paying
can't
attention
go
what the
down
fuck
He
he's
drain.
talking
just
about right now?
fucking said a soggy tip. If you got a soggy tip, 323-815-4204.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
You've ever had one?
You can't stick a gummy bear through a straw.
Okay.
How's that
Oh.
gonna work?
Hey,
Oh.
I
Hey man, look.
How does that work?
I was finna give up the juice, but I ain't even finna. Oh, we finna get the gummy bear through the strap. Like you mean?
That shit went left real quick, yo.
I just have questions. We have another caller. Caller, can you tell me if a gummy bear can go through a straw or not?
Caller, talk to us.
Did I scare him away?
Hey, caller, who we got on the line?
GOV Airroy just calling to my boy JP. Happy
My
birthday.
boy,
God
man.
bless him many more.
I appreciate you, champ. My boy, man. Thank you, sir. How you been, man? You good, champ?
What'd you say?
You good, man? You good? Everything great?
Oh, man, you can't complain, man. Day by day, man. Day by day, I'm
That's what I'm talking
hustling.
about, man. That's that positive energy, man.
Hey, always.
Yeah, for those who don't know who this is my partner, Shadow Cousin, man. This is fam right here. This my folks,
Okay,
man. This my
nice. Oh yeah,
We
Shadow's
appreciate
part
that,
of the
man.
fam too.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling
Appreciate
in
the phone
and
call, man.
showing JP some love.
All day. All right.
I'm like,
man.
I think we lost.
I don't know. Service probably went out or something.
But yeah, I want to see how he gets it soggy and makes it work.
I don't.
I want to know.
It was the caller. It was giving if Dennis Rodman continued to do drugs.
He said self-gawk 3,000. And I was like, this man is the GOAT.
So is that gay?
Yes.
How?
It's his own dick.
How?
This is where I really would want somebody to call in.
You jerk off your own dick with your own man hand.
Yeah.
Your big man hand jerks off your dick. So
and he said he came in his own mouth.
Scott Gawk 3000.
I don't
so
have.
How is it gay?
Keep it real. I have nothing to really say about that shit. Honestly, I would be in. That ain't even my position to talk about. That just sounds weird to me. I mean, fuck. First of all, y'all fuck me up. We talking about you bended and shit. What the?
He said I bent it backwards and I put some lube on it. And
Why?
Put the tip in.
Why, man?
I said
don't
how?
Understand, like, whoa. I have no. Is it gay? Call
Is
in.
It gay?
I mean, call in. I can't. That shit is.
He over there.
I can't.
He over there burping and shit, y'all. He can't even get it together.
He's like, this is not what I want to talk about on my birthday episode.
Hey, man, look.
Cut the line.
I know you didn't know. Yes,
He's like, all right, you're looking out.
Yeah, all right.
Well,
I'm head out. All right, I'm gonna head out.
Okay, well, if you guys think it's gay, let us know. Call in. If you think it's not, call in. I want to know what the difference is.
That shit is man.
Dead.
Wow.
Because would you sleep with? And I'm asking you, your birthday boy. Would you sleep with a girl and her dad?
No, and her mom if they were fucking.
Her and her mom?
Yeah.
Birthday, y'all.
If they're you would fuck them and they're fucking each other and their mother and daughter?
Okay, listen. I didn't say I would. Okay.
That's the question. Would you?
The way I'm looking at it is that daughter one day.
No, we're looking at it like a threesome where the mom and the daughter are fucking each other and like, you are joined in.
Because psychologically, I would be thinking incest the whole time.
It is incest.
You know what I'm saying? I can't do that now.
Well, that bitch said, I'm going to suck the dick. And as the mom sucks the dick and we're sucking dick together.
But that's his mom, though, right?
It's his mom.
Yeah, his birth mother.
So his mom is sucking his own dick.
His mom is sucking
and
his
the girl
dick
got
his
in.
Girl is sucking his dick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's
weird.
That's mad.
And I don't even like using that term, but that's weird to me.
Mad weird.
That's just crazy. Man.
And then the crazy part about the girl when she said it, she said that how it all happened is that son told mom, "Hey, come do what you do best."
That's gross.
Like, come do what you do.
Maybe
best.
It was a lie, but
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Who would lie about that?
But you know
who
what, though? Bro
be
probably got an Oedipus complex or some shit like that. Mom just was on her own.
That nigga took it back to Oedipus.
My thing is, why are you proud of that and telling everybody? You know what I mean? Like, okay, we because we talked about the incest already. We talked about that. That's just, but why are you telling? Why are you okay telling the internet that?
I think that's because motherfuckers are like the double standard of like all that weird sex and predator shit. Because it is incest, but I feel like people have a more negative connotation if it was a father and daughter, as opposed to a son and a mother.
It's still incest.
No, it's still incest,
So
but I feel like people would be more like, ugh,
it's also
for the other way around.
Kind of like plant a seed. Some people need triggers or thoughts to help them trigger certain activities. You never know who
to plant
might
the seed
be
for what.
You might never know who might be listening, who might be thinking like, that shit. It's weird that I've been having these thoughts. My therapist been telling me one thing, but deep down, you never know.
I don't get what you're saying.
Like
me neither. I'm like, who's trying?
Surprisingly, some people might be
like, ooh, I want to.
Somewhere out there, somebody is probably struggling with the thoughts that have probably been running through their mind about their parent. Who knows how?
Yeah, and she just made it okay.
Bingo.
And that's not okay.
That shit's not okay. I'm not approving.
Oh, I was like, where are you going with this, birthday boy? I was like, who are you? What are we talking about?
I think like, her proud to be that proud to talk about that is a way subconsciously to plant a seed that can it's like a bad seed.
Like that's okay.
Yeah, like this shit is okay, as if it's something that should become a norm, like when it's really not. Like,
I think she was just trying to get clout and trying to go viral, because that's not something that you tell the world on the internet. That's not.
See,
I feel like there's something wrong, because now she's viral as fuck. She's getting fucking interviews.
Really?
And shit. I'm like,
I think not over that. Go find that nigga and his mama. That's what y'all need to go do. Shit, they nasty asses. Go put their pictures up. And if he did that with his mama that time, if he said, "Come do what you do best," they was out there knocking bitches back. I'm done.
Oh, you know something that bothered me? I'm gonna talk about it. I don't like this trend that's going around where the parents are locking the babies in the bathroom with that fucking filter, that ghost, and the babies start crying and stuff. Have you seen that?
No,
it's like a blue ghost, and they take them in the bathroom and they put the phone, prop the phone up, put the filter on, and then they're looking at themselves through the phone, and it's a fucking blue ghost that's going, and the kid's like, yeah, they be like screaming, trying to fight it. One little kid was like, trying to punch it. I'm like, that's so mean.
People are wrong. People be low key, because somebody did that to them. I feel like people be just continuing the cycle of abuse, because that shit ain't cool, and that's why kids be pissing in the bed.
Did y'all see the one where they where the parents pull a prank on the kid, like, I'm finna go beat somebody mama up, so you gonna
those are cute. Those are really cute, because them kids be like, I don't know what to do, but let me go put my shoes on.
Some kids said,
be like, what?
Yeah.
I like to fight. Like, I was trying to get out.
No, the one kid, he was like, I'm gonna get this stick, or he got something. He got like a hockey stick or some shit, and he's all in the car. And then she's like, well, what are we gonna do with your little brother? Because the little brother's probably like still in a car seat. And he's like, we're gonna leave him in the car. And then when they get to wherever, and she's like, it's a prank. He goes, I don't get a fight. And she's like, no, it was a prank. And he was like,
oh,
then he gets out the car and he's like, he's like kicking the floor and shit. He's all upset because he don't get the fight.
He was ready to get in.
He's like, I've been wanting to get in a fight. He was all excited. And then
yeah, some of those are good. My favorite was a little boy that was like, but I'm supposed to go to Target. That was my one. He was like, but no. And then they're like, I gotta fight somebody's Tia. He was like, Tia? He thought he was talking about his auntie. Like, you finna beat her ass? He's like, no, not her. Somebody else's Tia. He's like, oh, he's like, but I gotta go to Target. I'm like, somebody promised his ass a Starbucks drink.
I gotta go to Target.
I gotta go to Target.
He's been looking forward to going to Target since yesterday.
He didn't really care about
He's thinking about the Target glizzies. That's what he's thinking
about.
Shut up. Y'all know about the Target glizzies.
And I don't like this whole glizzy.
I do.
Glizzy life.
I don't
like the whole now boys gotta break a hot dog in half. It's already hard enough as it is out here. That shit is too much. Nigga can't even eat a banana in peace. It's just too much.
They'd be like, that's gay on those filters. And then right as they're taking a bite.
Yeah, I'm like, come on. And then they be recording people like way across the room. Like, or they be like, they have the banana and then they're like, why are you hiding trying to eat a banana? That's how you know you in the trenches too deep. Like, why? You can't even. And then it was this one. I see a video. It was like a skit, but it was the dad and the son. And then he's like, the dad was eating a hot dog, and the son was like, "You gay?" Like, doing all this or whatever. And then he's like, you say that when I'm eating a banana, blah blah blah. He's like, and I'm just eating. He's like, why are you always thinking about dicks? He's like, you worried about me, but you always the one picturing a dick in my mouth, and not whatever I'm doing. And the son was just there like.
That's right. Got him stuck like curfew got me that day. I was so stuck. I couldn't even respond. Okay.
Shout out to Curfew.
Shout out to Curfew.
Shout out to my man.
No excuses worldwide.
Gang.
Yeah.
What else we got for the people? I think we got some. See, we shouldn't have taken that shot. What else we got?
I'm just gonna go for the.
Hey, so I'm gonna bring it up.
Here we go.
Martin Luther King cheating on his wife.
Man, come on, everybody cheat. All these niggas cheat.
I mean, I never knew that, but
yeah,
okay.
That came out. But I think that was like known. Like if we were older, we would have known that. But like, I mean, but just like how men cheat now, they did it back then, and there was no cell phones and no cameras.
And she stuck by her man.
Period.
I
mean, I never knew that. But,
the conversation I saw kind of spur up was, do we judge Martin Luther King because he was this great man for everything that he did, but he was fucking off on his wife?
No.
Like, no. Do we take these things,
it away?
Take away from him being great because were you great?
No.
And I make a list of all the people that cheated.
He was great for what he was great for. Like, him making a personal decision was his decision. That was it.
Yeah. And the I guess the conversation was like very not that. It was the opposite of like. But like, why are we judging? Like, why are we letting Coretta be like, it's fine, he cheated, but I'm here. But when your friends get cheated on, it's like, leave that nigga,
That's just because now it's like all that social media and like people living up to an expectation. Back then it was like, this is my husband. We're not finna get a divorce. I'm with him. He's with me. We finna be together. And then even still, it was still like back then there was still the respect of like, you're the side chick. Now the side chicks don't know their position, especially when it's a married man and he's like a family man. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that doesn't justify it nonetheless. But cheating ain't new. It just is done differently now. And now people have more control and less control of themselves, technology, all this stuff. It's just too many ways to get caught slipping, and I
think people just want to pick and choose who they separate the music or the accolades from the person, like R. Kelly.
You have to.
Like people either don't want to separate it and they're anti, or they're gonna separate it. Like they're gonna be like, no, it's fine because I'm still gonna listen to his music. Sorry, I'm still going to do music.
What the man was great for has nothing to do with the personal decision, man. Period. I don't look at that as.
But what about Bill Cosby? So if he really drugged all those women, do we look at him differently?
What was he great for though?
For being a comedian and for looking like a family man and for
Black TV.
You know what I'm saying? He was an actor. He was a comedian, or he is an actor, a comedian, however you want to word that. And we not knocking him for that. So therefore, we're not going to antagonize his greatness over that. I don't think that you should do that. People do that because
just like
you said, like I feel like people just need shit to pick at. Then you need to find it. I was fishing for a reason, and now I got something to say about it.
When you're great, people want to find your flaws and amplify them. So
I think people envy that image of like perfection, even though I don't think people even try and put this perfect image out. Sometimes now it can be a little bit more like that, and social media makes it a little bit more accessible. But I feel like back then it was like you could be like either you hated Martin Luther King because you were like racist, or it was like you personally was like, no, he stepped on my shoe at one time. Like you had to specifically like know, or it was like someone actually told you a story that you were cool with. That were like, well, he said he ain't cool, so he ain't cool, But you didn't just feel so strongly about people for no reason back then because you didn't have access to them like that. Access to people now makes it like.
But then because there was less access, there was less information. So you could just go off of what you think because of what someone said.
What you heard.
Just like Black people not being cool with him because they're thinking whatever, he's a coon or whatever the fuck, or he needs to chill the fuck out and just let everything ride. You know what I'm saying? And like people are only going to hear so much. It's going to travel from wherever to wherever to wherever to the radio, whatever access they had to shit. So sometimes less information isn't as good either because you just get stuck with the one little piece, the one little bit of access you had, and then your brain just runs with that and
believe anything you hear.
You just they just would believe, and everything. I feel like back in the day was super gossipy because they didn't have access. It was like, well, who told you that? Oh, I heard it from my pastor. I heard it from whatever. I read it in the newspaper. I read it in college. I heard. Yes, he say, she say, and now it's more like it's gossipy, but it's like, look at these 6 sources that all got it from somewhere. but it's 6 different outlets that you can read the exact same thing from. So then you're like, it's true.
Right.
Because 6 outlets said whatever the fuck they said. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like it's a weird, there's like good reasons that we have so much access. And then there's like, also we shouldn't have so much access. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like with celebrities and their life and shit. Like, I don't know. Oh, okay. I do have one thing I wanted to say, even though I have 8 minutes. So I don't know if you guys saw the video of the pastor that was up in the sermon calling his congregation dusted, busted, and disgusted. Did you guys see that? So
yes.
I saw them when they got robbed.
Yeah, and it was after him. So I was sitting there thinking, because the whole video is probably like 2 minutes or something, and it's him up there saying he starts off saying, because y'all busted and disgusted. He looks at his little young, he's probably like 12, 13-year-old little boy, little chubby boy. I don't know what his role was up on the stage with him, altar boy. I don't know what they're called, but he had I feel like he had a pillow, almost like a ring bearer, but I don't want to be disrespectful to wherever he was doing up there, but he was standing there, and the pastor was like, I'm not worth your McDonald's money. Why you gotta do that to the fat boy? Why you gotta tell the little boy that? Then he turned to everybody, I'm not worth your Gucci. I'm not worth your Prada. I'm not worth your Versace. And he's like pretty much
I'm dead.
He's like yelling at the congregation because he's not rich. Because all he got was a Movado last year from his congregation. If y'all don't know, that's a watch.
Oh, he was mad?
He was mad that he didn't get, I guess, a Rolex and a fucking Rolls Royce.
Was it like his birthday or something?
No, just that was, and that posed the question to me and a couple of my friends of where, okay, I know what tithes, whatever they're called, 10% of your income. I learned that. But where does it say that I have to make my pastor rich? And why are you up there yelling at me like God is yelling at you because you're not rich? When that's not, and where in the Bible does it say that you can call me names and be upset that I'm not making the church is here, isn't it? I thought the money was for the church, keep the church going and standing in water and all that shit, because that church is not free. I know they don't pay taxes, it's not profit, but like you still gotta pay those people that work there, you still gotta keep electricity on, you still gotta do all the things. So where in the reason that you get tithes are for you to be rich? Like, I know he gets paid, I know he gets a salary, probably whatever, but who the fuck says what salary is?
To be honest, too, they be having their own private nonprofit organization.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so how can you stand up there and be mad that we're not paying you what you think you should be in the name of Jesus? Because I'm pretty sure Jesus wasn't like, yeah, you're supposed to get 6 figures as a pastor. Like,
no, Jesus said, get the Gucci slide.
I was blown away because I already think it's weird that, like, so the analogy that was brought to me was like, well, the pastor is like, it's almost like when I see a concert. He's the talent. He or she is the talent. That's what you're going to see. You're going to get the word from somebody. I said, so I'm supposed to pay for somebody to give me an in-depth version of what it says in this book, and I'm supposed to pay you 10% of my income for that. Where am I supposed to make you rich though? And why is that? Why? Like, you know, why is it okay that Joel Osteen has a whole fucking TV show and is monopolizing himself or monetizing himself in the name of Jesus? I think that shit is weird. I think all that shit is weird. I think it's weird that pastors, instead of being treated like, oh, I know him and he's there for what he's there for, even though I'm not a churchgoer and all that. I want to, so sorry if I'm disrespecting anybody, but like, if he's there for marriage counseling, for Bible study, for just counseling in life and all these things that are supposed to help me stay on the path towards God and going back to God when I die and all that shit, why do y'all treat them like celebrities? Why is it that Joel Osteen probably doesn't know he probably knows 4 of them. They probably donate the most money, and the reason why he has a mega church. Like, when did becoming a celebrity and being a pastor like become synonymous? Like, when did that become a job?
Right.
Where you can be famous, and why is that okay?
I think that's because people be wanting access, same like social media. They could get access to people,
but you don't. The more famous you make them,
the more famous you make them,
you don't get access to them.
I don't want to say shit about that, but I'm going to just talk on it. Some people just want people to follow. I know people who believe in something, but then they need somebody to follow. And either it's because they didn't have guidance at some point in life, or they feel like that this person can guide them to where they really feel like they need to be, or whatever the case may be. Imagine filling a man up with a bunch of people that look at him as something special. Eventually that ego gonna come out.
That's what I'm saying.
Eventually that pride gonna come out. Eventually, long story short, the truth is gonna be exposed, bro. You was never really there to give no message. You ain't caring about people's folks' salvation, nothing like that. You was there because you wanted them to put money in their plate. Every 4 months, you got a new whip sitting outside. You know what I'm talking about?
And the people that are donating are broke. Your congregation is broke. These people be fucking, it be brokest people at the church trying to give up 10% of their money when really y'all are not even here for the right shit. Y'all are here just to be here for a fashion show. Y'all here to gossip. Y'all here to figure out what's going on and to be the one that's like, oh, I donated.
Then they be like, get a better job so you can do a bigger 10%. And then I don't have
it's
to
a Ponzi scheme. Sorry. I have so many questions. If you'd like to come here and speak about it with me, I'd love to. Somebody who wants to talk about it.
Amen.
Because I got questions about that type of shit. I don't understand
Pass the paper.
And then I was thinking about it like, really? And somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I hope they do. That I was really thinking about it like, what other religions is the head is like the head, the pastor or the reverend or the whatever, like rich? If you go to like other countries, it be 100-year-old fucking people's families that have been taking care of these churches, these monks, all these people. They're not doing it for money. They're doing it to make sure that this temple that's been here for fucking 600 years can stay here so that I can patch up the holes and make sure that this little tiny shrine, you know what I'm saying? Like there's what other religion does that other than Christians? Catholics, I was thinking about it, like what Catholic people are rich? There's probably a few. I know that one guy that Puerto Rican guy. But for the most part, the like other religions outside of Catholicism and Christianity, who the fuck is out here rich because you're the guy taking care of the temple or the mosque or the synagogue? You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe synagogue different because Jews got money and they stay within themselves and, you know, they might be owned by somebody. Okay, whatever. But in other countries, you know what I'm saying? Like other than the Vatican,
they're not like celebrities like how.
That's what I'm saying. They're treated with respect because they're the godly, they're the spiritual leader of wherever the fuck they're at. But they're not like this nigga's the richest person in the world in our community. Right.
Look, that's another.
All right, we're gonna have to get into that later.
That's a whole other show.
I got questions and
I want to go in on that myself.
I got questions and I don't, and it's only because I'm coming from a place of not knowing because I didn't go to church. I wasn't raised learning shit. I was raised a completely different religion. So I have questions. So I don't mean to be disrespectful. I just want to know.
Right. So
I'm gonna let you know right now, co-host. That ain't disrespectful. You just woke to some truth, and that's just really what it is.
It doesn't make sense, you know what I mean? And it's like, who do I ask that to?
But see, we're gonna get it to.
Well, maybe we can bring that up next time because there's 5 weeks this month, y'all. So we do plan on having another show in 2 weeks, the last week of August. I believe it's the 31st.
Oh, I think so.
30th or the 31st.
Something like that.
I'm gonna
look at the calendar.
31st.
Yeah, whatever the last Wednesday is. I think it's 31st though.
We'll be here.
We'll be here, y'all. Thank you for checking us out. Shout out to JP
Happy
and
birthday!
the Leos. Happy birthday.
Big purr.
Shout out to everybody that
energy.
Shout out to everybody that called in. Shout out to my co-host.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to Dion, the director.
There we go.
Right,
there
Dion,
we go.
the director.
Shout out to Morris Media Studios, Poetess, Lauren, everybody here holding it down. Check us out. You already know. Follow us. New YouTube page. Y'all already know.
Like that shit.
Follow us. Subscribe. Share. All that shit.
That bio. Click that link in that bio. Subscribe. Share that with your mama, your daddy, your granny, your uncles, your cousins, them cousins on the other side of the country.
Everybody. Flood their inboxes like we flood yours.
Hey,
well,
so
well.
You know. Well.
Splash.
Splash.
Dun, 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 dun.
Hey.